Hi, this is Selena Rivera for the Food for Thought show today. So today for the Food for Thought, I wanted to talk about what makes relationships good and what makes relationships bad. So let's start with the bad first. If you're going to have a good relationship, one, you can't tell lies, because if you tell lies, that'll have the person that you're dating or the person that you're with not think that you're trustworthy. One. Two, always have some type of means when you're in a relationship, because flat out nobody wants anybody begging for their things. They don't want anyone begging for their things or constantly asking them for money. So, two things that are no-no. Three, if you're in a relationship and you do need to borrow money from the other person that you're with the relationship, try your best to pay it back unless that person tells you not to pay it back, because that makes that person not trust you and you not keeping your word on paying money back. Next, make sure if you're in a relationship that you keep your hygiene proper. No one wants to be with anyone that is constantly smelling or stinking. So make sure you don't have to take a shower every day to have good hygiene, but at least if you don't take a shower, wash off, brush your teeth. No one wants to be around anyone that they didn't brush their teeth and they got coal seriously in their eyes. So that's number two. Number three, when you go out in public with the person you're in a relationship, try to dress accordingly. So let's say, for example, everybody can wear what they want to wear, but let's say, for example, if the person that you're dating is really being ticked off by something that you have on, try not to wear it. Maybe try to wear something neutral, because that would keep the tension down or the aggravation down. So let's say, for example, your particular boyfriend doesn't like your boobs hanging out. Then don't wear a shirt where your boobs is hanging out. Wear a shirt where it's modified or where your boobs hang out a teeny bit instead of gigantic. Just giving that as an example. Or if you date your girlfriend doesn't like you taking your shirt off and walking off through the park with no shirt, with your bare chest. Then don't do that. Modify it. Put a tank top on that only shows part of the chest and not all. So I mean, those are just examples of stuff that you can do. Next thing, try to wear clothes that don't have holes in it. Some people, they don't care. If you're by yourself, it don't matter. Say this is your favorite pair of jeans, your favorite pair of jeans has holes in it. Why would you walk around with someone with holes in it? It's going to draw attention, not just to you, to him. When you're not there, people are going to confront him about why the hell you got holes in your jeans or your clothes. Next, try to wear shoes that are accommodating to you and the person you're with. So, for example, if you're with your boyfriend and you're going to the park or you're going to play baseball, you don't have on a pair of high heels and you're stepping on everybody's toes and falling over. So we have to eliminate that, and you have to find something that's not high heels. Next, if you're also in a relationship, another no-no is when you go to sit down to eat, to slap your mouth with food and food is dripping all the outside of you. You can have a lot of food on your plate, but just eating flat out sloppy, because it turns people off, and it can have even a good relationship in, because someone's sick and tired of you slapping food in your mouth, or belching and burping across the table. I know personally, if somebody belched and burped in front of me 8 or 9 times, I don't know, I would still be with the person 10 and 12 years. Someone's a liar. The relationship would be cut. So I'd be damn, why the hell in the world, the heck, do you keep belching and burping in front of me? So that's also a no-no. Another thing is, and some people do this and it's real annoying, to blow your nose in front of your significant other or your boyfriend or whatever it is. Blow your nose, and then when you get done blowing, the snot and stuff is still stuck on the nose. Cause you didn't bother to get up to go to look in the mirror and make sure you got everything out your nose, or if it's boogies in your nose. If I ever see that person with me 2 times, me and you are done. We're done complete. Because I don't want to see anything in anybody's nose, because I check mine 4 or 5 times an hour or a minute. I check if I blow my nose to make sure that there's nothing in there. Also, too, make sure that you take precautions. This is another no-no of what not to do, to have horrible bad breath. Nobody likes talking to somebody that has halitosis every goddamn day. So even though when you brush your teeth, even if you gargle, you may still have an odor that come. All people that have an odor, if you have a mild cold, you'll get an odor in your throat. If you eat certain foods after you brush your teeth, even if you eat certain foods, you're going to have an odor in your throat. So let's say, for example, if I had a hoagie and the hoagie had all these onions and all these peppers on it, when I actually talk to someone an hour later, that beautiful smell of the hoagie is going to be off, and it's going to be nothing but raw onion smell. So why the hell would you get in someone's face and keep talking and your breath is smelling horrible? Or if you're with your significant other and you wake up in the morning and your breath is seriously kicking, try to get some Trident chewing gum or some kind of choice spearmint, something, and chew it until you get it around to brushing your teeth. So, because I know with me, if I smell bad breath 8 or 9 times, because there's all kinds of precautions that you can take for that. Like, it's all kinds. I mean, even if, because mouthwash sometimes don't always work. Mouthwash, when you gargle with mouthwash, it lasts maybe a half an hour. Because you got to think, you drink juice, you eat breakfast, there's other stuff that you may eat after you brush your teeth. So the odor is going to come back in. So you need something that's long lasting. So usually some people buy mints or some kind of chewing gum, which keeps that odor down. Next, you don't want to talk to people that refuse to brush their teeth. If you see food constantly in a person's teeth or yellow teeth, you may get turned off. I personally don't get turned off if it's a couple of teeth that may be yellow, because people smoke and the tartar from the smoke may turn the teeth. But what kind of yellow are you saying? Like, I'm talking about if it's yellow all across your teeth because you never brush your teeth and you got food embedded in your mouth, is a complete turn off. And I would definitely break the relationship up and confront you nose to nose on being completely insane not to brush your teeth. There are some people that think it's magic to not brushing your teeth, and that is true. There is magic. There's this, well, it's not really a saying. It's like a little, I don't want to say voodoo, but it's like a little magic where if you go a little period of time and don't brush your teeth, you do have magic. The magic is you may get something that you wanted around monetary things if you don't brush your teeth. There's a saying of that. I know one time when I was younger, people in the gang, we used to really do that. We was told not to brush our teeth for not a week, couple days or something like that for the gang. But I mean, we talking about like real relationships now where people are not in the gang and grown. So I'm saying you have to brush your teeth. But if it's a couple, it could come from smoking if the person smokes. But if the person don't smoke and they weren't in an accident, there's no excuse for it. So just to brush your teeth. Sometimes people brush their teeth more than 2 times a day, 3 times a day. Some people take their toothbrush and toothpaste to their job and brush at their job. So that is good. But I know there's a saying, if you go a couple days without brushing your teeth, you'll get money. So, and that is true. I mean, I know people in the gang, we used to be told to do that. You go a couple of days without brushing your teeth, and some around monetary things within the gang would come. So, I can't say any illegal stuff here on there, but it will come. So, let's say if I'm a drug dealer and I'm told not to brush my teeth for a couple of days, and the deal may be for $20,000 of certain bags of stuff. See, sometimes it's magic around that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're in a relationship, you're in a goddamn relationship, and you just flat out refuse to brush your teeth, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So that is another no-no. Next no-no is never to wash your feet. There's some people that never wash their feet. They wash their whole body, and then they never wash their feet. And then when they lie next to you on the bed, they have all this goddamn foot odor, and all this foot odor, and it's crazy because the stench is illuminating to the stench. You flat out don't want to be bothered. You don't want to come into a house or be in the bed with someone and their feet is smelling top notch. And it's precautions that you can use for that. It's all kinds of precautions. They have stuff that they sell in the stores called foot cream for odor of the foot. And the stuff doesn't even cost that much to use. You don't have to use it every day, but wash your feet good and put the cream on there. Next, one thing I can't stand, but I let kids get away with it. But when they get older, I do say stuff, but tiptoe around it, because boys, they get real amped about this if you confront them on it. It's funky underarm odor. I can't stand that. When you come around somebody, especially in the summertime, because it's all kinds of precautions for funky underarm, and the underarms are smelling, and then the sweat that come all the way down to here, all the way down to here, and it's all the sweat and it's funky armpit and all this stuff. It's no excuse for that. It's all kinds of deodorants, and you can get deodorant cheap. There are stores you can buy deodorant cheap, so it's no excuse to have funky underarm. And another thing is a no-no, have tons of hair under the underarm. A lot of guys do that, but they don't know that causes the funky underarm odor. Because when you have all that hair, it draws sweat, and then the underarms start smelling flat out. So it's good to get a razor and shave under your arms, even if you don't have a regular razor that shavers that you plug in to shave, to get razors to shave under your arms, and that is good. And that is also a no-no is having hair under the arms and not using any deodorant. You can't go outside when you're grown and run up and down the court or just do things and it's 97 degrees with no deodorant. There are some people that think they don't have to have deodorant, and it's crazy, because if your armpits stick with me, I let my kids get away with that a little bit. Like my youngest son, when he come home from playing basketball, he used to come home from playing basketball, his armpits would be smell like kicking. So he would usually go and take a shower. But there's certain precautions that you can use for the armpit. I know it. My son, like I said, he played basketball. He plays basketball now. And when he was younger, he played basketball. And I played basketball too. I played basketball for my high school. I played basketball in college. And then I stopped in college. And I even played in a little minor basketball league that they had. They had a little minor basketball league for women. And I played for the minor basketball league for women. And there's no excuse for funky underarm odor. And I'm going to tell you, people used to think I was crazy back in the day. Like, not crazy, but crazy like, because what I do to keep from smelling. Every time when I had a basketball game, I always had my deodorant under my arms, baby powder under my arms, and perfume all over my body, or body mist or something. So when I got finished playing ball everybody on my team just say, "Damn, you still smell good," because I don't like the smell at all. I don't like any funky armpit or smell like funky feet or running feet after you play. So, like I said, I did sports a lot when I was young, and my sons did sports. All of them did a little bit of sports. My youngest son, he did sports a lot, and then my older children, they did sports too. And then, but my youngest son, he did sports more because he's still doing sports. So, anyhow, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying on that. So, like I said, I make sure. And people used to think, they used to see me in the locker room, and I'd spray my whole body down all the time. So they say, "Why you?" I said, "Because when I get done, I don't want to have any funky odor. I don't like any funky odor. I don't like anything smelling. I get really turned off if I smell anything awful." My sons, I let them get away with it, and then I say, "You want to take a shower or put some deodorant on or something?" Like, but if you're not my son, you're not gonna get away with it. I'm gonna say, you're gonna have to go, because this is like 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row. Or if you are dating me and I got extra stuff, ask to borrow. Not ask to borrow. If I have an extra deodorant thing, I give it to you. I mean, because usually when I buy stuff, I buy men and women stuff, because I had a lot of sons, so I buy men and women stuff. And like I said, my youngest son, he's grown now, but he comes to the house. When he does, he travels and plays basketball, but when he comes to the house, I always have stuff here for him, so that way if he want to use, I have a whole box of deodorants, and I have minimum deodorants for him, Old Spice, whatever the deodorant is for the guys, I have it. Arid or whatever for the men's, I keep men's, and then I keep my stuff too. Or if my older children come and they want to use something, they can. I keep extra stuff here. But that's a no-no. It's no excuse to have funky armpits, and it's crazy. Next thing I don't like, if you date somebody and they refuse to shave, it's for ladies it's called baby hair, but for guys, the hair on the side of their face. And it's crazy because their hair may be real nice, done in cornrows, and then you got all this hair coming here. Even if you don't want to get a shaver, buy some cheap razors. You could buy cheap razors from Dollar Tree or store like that. They have all kinds of now aftershave lotion and all kinds of creams for if you use cheap razors. So when you use the creams, you don't have any rash on your face. I know some guys, they don't want to have a rash on their face, and if they don't have the right type of shaver or whatever, then they don't want to shave. Please do, because it looks real crazy. Your hair done nice and you got all this stuff here and it don't look proper. It don't look proper at all. So make sure you get that done. So again, this is Selena Elissia Rivera Scotillo. Food for Thought, episode 15. For the no's that you do not do when you're in a relationship. Everything that's the no that you don't do. And finally, when you go out with your significant other, your boyfriend, or whoever you're dating, comb your hair. Don't have your hair standing up or sticking up. Or if you think you might have something in your hair, like bug lice or whatever, there's all kinds of stores that sell shampoo for that. But if you can't afford it, you have to go to a Dollar Tree, buy the closest shampoo that you can, shampoo your hair. When you have the bug stuff, you have to shampoo your hair every 2 days. Every 2 days till you get the right shampoo. Because if you don't, you have white stuff caked in your hair, and that shit is and that's crazy. So do's and don'ts, always comb your hair. Some people don't comb their hair because they might have had bug lice. You do have to get the bug lice kit if you have bug lice. The regular shampoo is not going to get it out, but it'll tame it. So when you wash it, your hair will look clean, but that bug stuff will come back not the next day, but the following day, because you do have to get the lice kit. So it's that serious. If you go to the hospital and you tell them you don't have any money and you really need the lice kit, they'll shampoo it right there at the hospital for you. They'll actually shampoo your hair and, you know, put it all under or whatever like that. So I know that they do that. I know that they do that. So, and they shampoo, they really have a nurse shampoo your hair and do it. And I know one time I had an incident where I had somebody's hat on. Well, we was having fun and we was doing hats or whatever. And then I noticed I had something in my hair. So at first I didn't know that's how that stuff works. So I was using regular shampoo my hair, and then stuff come back every whatever. So I go and I buy the shampoo that's exactly for it to get it out. You can buy that over the counter. So I shampoo my hair, follow the regular shampoo your hair, and it was good, but it was coming back because when I went to the hospital, they told me that it probably did come from the hat, but whoever had the hat before I put it on had a severe case of it, because you got a mild case of head lice and then you got severe. So, you know, so the nurse took me and she actually shampooed all my hair, shampooed it at the hospital. Then they give you a body wash to put all over your body. I didn't have any kind of VD or anything, but she told me to put it all over my body, and they had me shower my complete body at the hospital, and she shampooed my hair. She shampooed my hair. She said, go in the shower and wash your whole body down. Wash my whole body down, and I don't have any more of that. That was years ago now. That must have been maybe 40 years ago. It's been that long, like 40 years ago. But I know I was having fun with my friends and I was doing a little hats or whatever, and like I said, I confronted somebody seriously. That's the type of person I am. I said, hey, what's up? You got something wrong or whatever? I said, because I had the hat on, I had to go to the hospital and all this stuff. I confront people if there's anything off mark. If it's anything off mark, I have to confront. Because other than that, you can't live with yourself. You have to go get all this treatment when somebody know doggone well that they had it before they put the hat on, and they just spoke up about it. Because that's the case, I wouldn't bought my own hat and just did all that all day long with my own hat. So anyway, this is Food for Thought, Selena Elissia Rivera Scotio, and this is episode 15. And may Allah bless you and yours, and assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. Selena Elissia Rivera Scotio, Food for Thought, episode 15.